Hello everybody, my name is SleepyDruid and welcome to Let's Play Dead Secret. So I have to start a new game all over because I'm a huge dummy and recorded the stuff in the wrong format and everything got just butchered up. So I've already played like an hour or so from the game, not quite sure right now because I had to delete the files and stuff. Sorry, I guess, because now you will have not my actual reactions to a couple of stuff yeah, you can say that, a couple of things that are going to happen, but I'm trying my best to act surprised, I guess, so yeah, sorry about that, kinda messed up first recording, so I hope you forgive me, if not I will be doomed.
Harris Bullard was found dead in his study 5 days ago. Nobody believes me, but I think he was murdered. This house in the middle of nowhere holds the secret. There's a story hiding here, and I'm going to cover it. If I'm right, there are 4 major suspects. Graham Wellington, Josie Herrera, Cynthia Peckman, Bobby Sawyer. I'm not leaving until I find out what happened.
Okay, so the errand boy, the ex-wife, the assistant, and who was the other one? An ex-colleague, yeah. So, and I still look gorgeous. I like female protagonists. Did I say that already? So I need to read that one. Harris Bullard, a gove Harris Bullard. A retired college teacher was found dead in his home on Monday. The body was discovered by Bobby Sawyer, who worked part-time for Bullard running odd jobs. The police investigation has concluded that Bullard died of natural causes, and so on. So we already heard that. Retired, found dead in his study. Police ruled death natural. Ran errands for Bullard, found the body. Bullard's life assistant. Oh, it's actually more information. Sorry. I'll try to read every document. At least everything that's related to, like, the main story. So we need to package a small parcel tightly. I can open this. So, a key. I got a small key. Why is my hand broken? Small key. Objectives. Investigate the crime scene. And nothing. Okay. What? Those weird seals. Like, are those, I asked this, I believe, before, are those like demon seal stuff? Like a ward of demons? So since I know this stuff already, I will just rush through it as fast as I can. Sorry. There is a page from manuscript here. The man who could see with his skin. In 1926 I met a man who could see with his skin. His eyes were sealed with wax and bandaged, yet he remained aware of the room around him. We held up signs which he read and fingers which he counted, even when we stood behind him. After the performance, I gave him $200 for the secret. He explained that he could see as long as some part of his skin remained exposed to the air. He described it as a shift in the wind or a slight breeze on his face, the subtle motion of the hair of his arm. After years of focus and practice, he had developed the ability to form a mental image of his surroundings based only on these slight sensations. This method achieved a form of ideofocus. Granted, he only had access to a very narrow range of sensory information, but the result was powerful. I immediately resolved to discover the secret of his ability. Now, almost 4 decades later, I'm very close. So, we'll try and... There's a newspaper clip here. So he tried to find... or to achieve this idea of focus. So this is the Yuki Onna thing, the Snow Woman, adapted from an original translation by Hearn, Lafcadio Hearn. An old man and his son climbed a mountain to collect firewood. It began to snow heavily, and unable to make it back home, they decided to pass the night in a small hut. In the middle of the night, the young man awoke to see that the door had blown open. A tall woman with long hair and a white kimono was leaning over his father, blowing her breath upon him. When she saw that the son was awake, she said, "You are handsome, young man, so I will let you live, but if you ever speak of this to anyone, your life shall be forfeit." In the morning, the young man found his father frozen and dead. He climbed down the mountain alone and never spoke of the episode. A year later, he met and married a young, beautiful girl. They had children together and were happy, but the night of his father's death still weighed heavily on his mind. One night, after having a bit too much to drink, the man told his wife about his encounter with the Snow Woman. She was furious. "You promised not to tell," she screamed, and before his eyes she became the tall woman with long black hair and a white kimono. If it were not for our children, I would end your life here and now. I will spare you for their sake, but if anything ever happens to them, you shall pay the price." And with that, she melted in the wind and was gone. So that's, I don't know if this is the original tale of the Yuki Onna, so the Snow Woman, but I think it's very close. So I know already that riddle, you have to spin the globe. That's actually the hint, so you have to spin the globe again. And click on Japan. Now we get this weird ass... I know, that's not the weird ass thing that we get later, that's the box. So now we need to... Oh, what's that? Harris Bullet, I'm woodcutter. Your past has caught up with you, it's over. Who's the woodcutter? Threatening bullet. A scissor. That's nice. Scissors. So what's there? Nothing. And a lens. Circular lens. Yo. Something is after me. It's creeping around the house, trying to get in, I'm sure of it. I heard footsteps outside and creaking on the roof. It is not safe here. I've taken the ideofocal lenses from their normal location and hidden them in my study. I've sent you a package that you'll know what to do with. Check the map for the mask. As usual, X marks the spot. Harris, PS, sequence is west, east, north. So... now I believe... weird-ass Japanese masks. I believe I need to go over the... for fuck's sake, that was just the things. Roar. Here's the other lens, so... circular lens, I think that was it as far. Oh man. I know this jump scare already. Car! Oh, for fuck's sake, yeah, I know that. I'll go for the package. Hello, whoa! That was weird. Before I hadn't seen his face, so yeah, about that. I need to use the scissors on that package. Quaidan. Old book. Now I have to get back to the study. So... see, I already have goosebumps all over me. Hell. Now I need to use the book. Put it there. Can't push it back. There's something back in there. And I get the wedge. What's... oh, stupid television. Oh. So I have the theory behind... I need to use the wedge. I'm not sure. I think this has to do with the Yuki Onna, so I legitimately think this guy, like the old man Bullet or what he was called, is haunted by the Yuki Onna. So north, what was it? West, east, north? Yes, oh, got this mask. Weird as monkey mask. Mask. And now we see our good friend, Oniface. And you'll see why I call him that way. That's why. Hello, Mr. Oniface, sir. Over there. And over there. Something behind the painting. There was a page. Josie, if you're reading this note, then something must have happened to me. I may be dead or missing. If so, you're the only person who can save our research. The truth is that I'm being threatened. It started before I left the college. I get notes every few months from somebody called himself the Woodcutter. What he wants is access to our research. He wants me to turn over our plans for the Lunar Dream apparatus. Josie, my life's in danger. Woodcutter knows secret things about my past that nobody should know. I'll not yield to simple blackmail, but lately... Wait, what? But lately, the threats have escalated. I'm sure that I'm being watched at the house. Well, that would be... fuck me up all over. Somebody would actually, like, watch me every day. Like, psychologically, would totally screw with me. I sometimes hear things on the other side of the wall. Yesterday, with the mask on, I thought I saw somebody reaching for me. It's a warning from my subconscious. I'm no longer safe here. I've locked our research away in the safe upstairs. I want you to retrieve it and leave. Destroy everything before you go. Burn the house down if you have to. Just get the research and get out of here. Head for the big city, where it's easier to hide. I'm counting on you, Joe. Don't let our work fall into their hands. Harris. Blackmailed by the woodcutter. Primary suspect. Already got that. Ordered by Bullet to destroy the research. I knew there was more to the story. Whatever Bullet was mixed up in, I bet there's evidence. I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do now. Who's the woodcutter? Open the safe upstairs. Did I already get the key for upstairs? That wasn't there before. Oh, I have to. So, Harris Bullett's body was found by Bobby Sawyer. Bobby ran odd jobs for Bullet. Could he have done it? Bullet was scared. He was worried about his secret research. I like that, like checking off stuff you already know. It would be better if you actually had to do this when you relogged. So when you logged in back, start the game anew. Blackmailed by... I still think it's the Snow Woman, but it says the woodcutter. Woodcutter was supposed to mean. Is this kind of juicy detail came here to find? Stop that. I said. Stop that. It's freaking me out. Whoa, goosebumps all over, man. I'm so easily scared, like really easily scared. This is why I'm kinda happy to know that this far there will be no jump scares. Oh, sorry for the spoiler, by the way, but... That was upstairs, holy hell. So, let's go this way first. So, I need to... put this together. There's pieces of a photo here. So you go up, down there. You go down there, you go up there, and you go up there. It's an old photo of two men on a ship. James Lowry and Harris Bullet. I know you're there. Oh, there's something down there. Thank you, sir. You have neck problems, haven't you? Yeah, I thought that. Harris Bullet, I'm woodcutter. I know your secret. James Lowry. Regards. This is woodcutter's prime suspect. There is a safe, but I don't have the combination. Find the safe combination. That's actually very good. Very good. So I open the window. Edge Bullet, daily log, November 2nd, 1964. We did a test run of the ideofocal lenses today. At first we did not know how to interpret the results, but now I believe they are working better than we had anticipated. Instead of an unfiltered stream of sensory information that we are seeing is subconscious memory. What we are seeing is subconscious memory. The lenses distort in response to visual stimuli that the wearer has some knowledge of. They see what my conscious mind cannot. Josie proposes that what we are really doing is mining dreams. Dreams are, after all, a form of idea focus. A time when the subconscious comes forward and shows us truths that we might not otherwise recognize. What we are striving for is unrestricted access to dream thought. As a control mnemonic, the mask works pretty well. I could tell that Josie was dubious at first, but now she understands. Subconscious thought is potentially dangerous to the subject. We will need a physical object to enable the mind to compartmentalize, providing the wearer with some degree of cognitive protection, like a weird monkey mask. Sir, a permanent augmentation will require a much larger apparatus. Oh, that's the dream thingamabobber he spoke of. We will need some kind of other focus mnemonic to help the brain control the deluge of dream information it will receive. Something large and ubiquitous. The moon, perhaps. Izanagi. Or was it Izanami in Naruto? Not sure. But I know I need to... Lady, would you please put on the weird monkey mask? Hello, sir. Because... Oh, I can't actually walk. A clue.
It might say reporter on my desk, but I spend most of my time at the Standard making coffee for my editor. I'm tired of writing the gossip column. This story is my shot at the big leagues. When I prove that Bullard was murdered, all the big papers will come calling. I'll finally escape this backwater town. This is it, the chance I've been waiting for.
Yeah, that's very horrible. Sitting in a job, like, no possibility of going forward or moving upwards. And why is that all these journalist stories always start like that? Like they're sitting in their office somewhere in a town in the middle of nowhere and want like to get this big shot. It's a plate with a circular dial. Yeah, I already know that. That this is a plate with. So what is in here? The fireplace is full of logs. What says the monkey mask? Sir? 1 second. Like, you're not that scary. Let's just go into the other room. Yeah, shall we? Shall we go into the other room? That picture is like creepy as hell. I don't know why, actually. Press X, tab to equip the goggles. Yeah, I know that. Sir. Weird. Dude. Sir. So. Open. I found something. Bobby, here's your latest chapter, all typed up. I think the story... Sorry. Something in my throat. I think the story is becoming very interesting and I'm sure you can get it published. I hope you don't mind, but I made a few edits and inserted a few details here and there. I'm looking forward to your next chapter. The Crystal Cave. Oh, that's the... So I will... If you want to read that, actually just pause. Because that's like very much. Aspiring fiction writer. Helping Bobby with his writing. Nothing. Fine. Must be Josie. Someone's room. I can spin my hat somehow, no, can't I? Okay. What have we here? Dear Diary. Today is an anniversary. It was 5 years ago. Today that I found Dad's name on an old research paper of the University of Chicago, California, or anything else with C. He had written in 1933, 8 years before I was born. I didn't know he had gone to college. I had never really thought about his life. He was just a name on my birth certificate. Dad ran out on Mama after the war. He had gone off to fight and just never came back. Well, probably he's dead. Did you know that? When he stopped writing, Mama thought he'd been killed. I'd remember her crying on the kitchen table. The war ended. Life went on. Mama died without ever finding out what happened to him. I used to hate him. Hated the idea of him. Hated my mother a little bit too. I figured Dad was just a deadbeat who ditched Mama because he didn't want a kid. Yeah, that's pretty douchey. People like that should, hung upside down on their balls, like to the wall or something. You have to take responsibility, man. Sorry. Even like after a war situation. But when I found his name in the library, something changed. I couldn't stop thinking about him. Deadbeat dads don't study physics, do they? Physics? Holy hell. What is he doing now? What does he look like? Is he married to somebody else? I traced him here to Kansas, but finding him is taking longer than I had expected. Came back to Kansas, fine. So I think Bullet, or what it's called, like the professor, is her father. I said that in the video already, and I haven't played far enough to get a confirmation. So, like, another clue.
Bill told me to cover Bullard's death, but he's just looking for gossip about the young assistant. But I took it seriously, did the research, followed every lead, like a real journalist would. It paid off. I found something everybody else missed. A note, a half-thought, scribbled in the margins of the coroner's draft report. It read, "Hypothermia in summer?"
Oh. Yuki-onna, definitely. So, I haven't played that far. In terms of, yeah, I know what I need. There's this, like the ho-oh thing. Go on. Nice. A small wooden knob. That's it. Looks like Josie's stuff. Okay, so I haven't played that far. I actually have like probably another 5 minutes or so played. Yeah. Creepy mask, dude. Bye bye. I already knew I had like 6 tries or so. Window. And I'm in Narnia. Yeah. So what I wanted to say is, I think Bullet is the assistant's father, and I think the assistant killed him, to be honest. If there's nothing like supernatural going on, it was definitely the assistant, because she hates her father and stuff. And that was wrong. Yeah, see that now. That was wrong. Okay. Am I still at the same thing? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Left, right. Yeah, that's my theory. I think she's his daughter, and she hates him. Or the hatred like boiled over when she found out that he's actually her father, and just killed him. If there is nothing like really supernatural going on, which I think it is because of the weird audio masked man and the mentioning of the Yuki-onna, stuff like that. So let's find out. I will do a little bit longer. Yeah, I forgot about you, weird ass monkey. What is going on here? Yeah, that's exactly like it. So up until now. Up to now I've played. Now I have no idea what's going to happen as soon as we descend that ladder. That stairs, sorry. So we'll do a little bit longer and see if I can crap my pants today, so. Oh, please. Oh, long hallway is always bad. Oh, it's you. in real life this time. Sir. I will just move on. What happened? Take the axe. This axe is stuck so deep in the ground. Leave. Leave. I won't be scared of that easily. So this is actually. Where can I walk? Can I walk some? The vendor train code, was that the woodcutter? Yeah, I assume so. What's that? I'm not leaving until I figure out what's going on. I would have left. Like, instantly. I wouldn't have even thought about things. Let's first read the note. Dr. Bullet, I followed your instructions to calibrate the Tempest Prognosticator. Now, the Tempest Prognosticator. Only $99.99. Prognosticate everything in your life, from your tempest to your death. Your concern was correct. The bottles must be placed from heaviest to lightest. Good results. The actual weight depends on the leech used, so I have to calibrate every time we want to take a reading. Also, note that recalibration is required if the battery in the base dies. However, the device works as intended once the model is aligned precisely. That music was cool. With the moon, it may then be used to start a lunar dream apparatus. Bullet's research is crucial to his story. I wonder if I can get this thing working. Calibrate the device. I really don't want to mess with that guy in the mask. It's a strange device with bells at the top. The slots for a small bottle. It's okay.
Marguerite Higgins is my hero. She won a Pulitzer for her reporting in Korea. I went to college because of her. She goes to war zones, marches with the troops. Nothing scares her, and she gets the story. Marguerite Higgins doesn't run from a juicy story just because her life is in danger. Neither will I.
Some would say that's heroic. In this particular case, I would say that's stupid. Well, not the war stuff. That's actually heroic because that's you can calculate the danger more or less. Dear Harris, I read in the paper today that you received a special award from the college for groundbreaking research. I am writing to wish you my sincere congratulations. I've said some things that I regret, but today I wish you only to extend good wishes to you and your future endeavors. Oh, holy hell. Let me just sit right. Do you know this scene in North by Northwest when Cary Grant disrupts an art auction? He makes nonsensical bits until the police are called to haul him away. I saw it last summer at the cinema we used to drive to in London. It was lovely to go alone, but that scene made me smile. My life feels like that sometimes. I poke my head up and say something crazy every now and then, just on the off chance that somebody will take me away from all this. I'm no Cary Grant. I'm afraid. I would like to hear from you. Please write me back. Sincerely, Cynthia. Oh, that's his ex-wife, yeah, actually. Could have thought about that. Oh, there's something. Device, yeah, I know that there is a strange device. There is a note underground. Can't I actually just pick up the note, please? Please, do it. H. Bullet Daily Log. Using the moon as a trigger for the lunar dream apparatus has its problems. The moon must be full or nearly so. The night must be clear and the process must be started at the very specific time to ensure that the moon is visible from the inside the chamber. Josie's been following weather reports and using lunar charts to try to predict days for ideal test conditions, but it's an error-prone process. The data we get back from the weather service just isn't precise enough. Today, I hit upon the solution. Sorry for yawning. I'm just like super tired and well sleepy as always. We'll build our own weather device. In fact, we can base it upon an exceedingly accurate design from a century ago, the Tempest Prognosticator. Ah, I already thought that was some kind of, well, now that it's said, it's obvious that it's some kind of weather device. I'll have to make some modifications for our purposes, of course. I'm sure that with some tuning we can build a device that responds exactly to our weather needs. Then we'll need to get some leeches. Build a strange device to track phases of the moon. I always what was that? I always forget that I just can't walk with WASD. Further. What is that? Yeah, I think it's. Can I take this? Yeah, that's actually very good fireplace poker. The piano chair has been kicked over. I will regret this, I know it. Ooh.
Dad took me to Wichita once before he died. We drove for 4 hours to get there, ate hamburgers, and watched a movie. Then we went home. He never explained, just told me to get in the car. I guess he knew he was going to die.
That's sad. Bullet Daily Log, August 18th, 1965. The little mail fraud enterprise Bobby and I are operating has paid off. Since the beginning I have had suspicions about Woodcutter's true identity, but I cannot confront him without evidence. Several months ago I started paying Bobby extra to steal outgoing correspondence from a particular individual's mailbox. We steam open the letter, give it a read, and then send it on its way. Then it's not the most exciting trick in the book, and Bobby certainly doesn't like it, but I found it an effective method of surveillance. Today we intercepted a very interesting letter. This one confirms most of my theories and has been locked away for safekeeping. When I have one or two more pieces of the puzzle, I'll nail Woodcutter to the wall. I'll have to do it quickly though. The device, my ace in the hole, is almost finished. When it's completed, there will be no reason for Woodcutter to let me live. I'll just have to get to him first. It's so creepy. I hate fields. I really don't like if you can look out. Oh, actually I forgot about my monkey. Oh. Can I? Fireplace broom. Let me just. Man, can you just? Yeah, that's exactly. Series of faint symbols: star, circle, and square. You already seen them. Oh my god, please. There's something. Sir, why are you standing in that corner? Were you bad again, Mr. Only Dude? There are some loose floorboards. The hook? Or poker? Yes. Ah, star. Is that nice? Old metal key. Bill, I owe you many thanks for forwarding my request to the New York Times. I think we have the opportunity to tell one of the great science stories of the 20th century and make a considerable sum in the process. The Times is a great first step, but when we are finished, I want to have headlines written about me on the front page of every paper in the country. The key to our success is Harry's Bullett's brain research. What? Oh, this is not von Bullard. He has discovered something fundamental about the operation of subconscious brain waves, and I believe that he will soon harness the knowledge to build a device whose object is to make man superhuman. Okay. Our first task is to procure this device before Bullard can publicize it, and my plans for accomplishing that are already in motion. Once the device is in my hands, I am confident that I can reproduce and improve upon his work. That, Mr. Mitchell, is where you come in. An invitation of this magnitude must not be considered to the boneyard of the academic journal. It deserves praise and recognition from the common man. We will make it the story of the year, and then we will sell the technology to those rich enough to meet our price. For now, we wait for Bullet to finish the device, then we will make our move. I'll look forward to your continued operation in this mutually beneficial partnership. Best regards, Graham Wellington. Oh, that's the former colleague conspiring to steal the stuff. L20R50. Oh. Okay, that's very cool. So, before we go through this door, I will leave this episode here. So I hope you enjoyed this, even though I played like half of the time I already knew what's going to happen, or how to finish it. So, tune in for the next episode. And good night. See ya.